Hello, my John first.
Hey, Andy.
So, you know how I didn't come home until really late last Friday?
You mean every Friday?
Yeah, this is sort of what happened.
Oh, you were hungry.
What are the chances?
Do you need two ramens?
The question is, do I need one ramen?
No. Your heart says no. It doesn't fit in your pretty bowl.
Yes. It's the it's the little things in life, you know?
You're
And
measuring ramen with calipers?
some people say I overanalyze things just a little bit.
How long did it take you to draw that?
Undisclosed amount of time.
Oh, those flowers are pretty.
I decided to make the bowl out of stainless, though. Better than last time. I might get scurvy, but I won't get like lead poisoning.
Why did you spray it with paint?
Oh, so you can see the layout better,
Oh,
right? The soapstone shows up so much better. And you see the little trick with the laying out where the center was?
I know, I like that. See, math is important. Kids, you use a compass in math.
Hmm.
It's like that.
So think about how math has changed the history of mankind. It's kind of like bowl dyes have changed the history of blacksmithing.
Are these bold eyes?
Yes, yeah, those are the bowl dyes. Starting in the center, working your way out.
Beautiful spirals.
So you want to know why I textured it first instead of doing all my chiseling first. I was really afraid that if I textured it and I had already done my chiseling, that I would end up messing up some of my chiseling with the texturing. So I wanted the texture to go like right out into the chisel marks. So the chisel marks kind of overlap the texture, go right up to it. Because I'm not that smooth.
I really like the hammer marks on the back. They're very little for the size of the power hammer.
Yeah, well, so they kind of look like a special die, but those are really just our painting dies, right? And we grind away the outside edges just to make them a little bit more versatile.
So you're tracing two rings around the edge. Can you see that on the other side too?
No, no, it only shows up on that one side. This is the sort of stuff that Tom Willoughby is really good at.
Yes, he is. I've seen a lot of his stuff. It's great. You should do that.
Yeah, about like 30 minutes into it, I decided that I was no Tom Willoughby. And
Nobody is.
then like then like 45 minutes into it, I was like, I'm not even really a blacksmith anymore. But the cool trick is that the chisel marks won't go away with the bowl dies, and it's really cool because the bowl dies actually stretch the chisel marks out. It never hits them, so they don't actually go away. It actually makes them more distinct.
Why are you heating it up?
With stainless, right? It's like most non-ferrouses. It does the exact opposite of what steel does. When you heat it up and then you quench it, it actually gets softer.
And you need it softer to get more depth in your bowl?
Yeah, exactly, because it starts springing out of that bowl die really early on, and you can't get it nearly to the full depth of the bowl. Now, this is a trick I've talked about quite a bit, but I've never actually shown before. You know, after you hit the absolute limit of the bowl die, you can go back in and like forge the center of the bowl and actually stretch it. So it kind of pushes it and makes it an even deeper bowl than what you'd normally get.
Oh, you're switching to the bottom part. I love that trick with the forge. I've never seen anybody do that before.
Yeah, those clamshell forges are awesome. So yeah, it had to have three legs, right?
Well, forge is impossible to balance.
Yep, and we don't need impossible when it comes to the ramen bowl. We need practical. It needs to be heavy duty.
It's going to take forever to forge out all three legs.
Yes, it did. Stainless is like kind of tough to work with, but it's also really forgiving a lot of times too. It doesn't scale up so bad, and as long as you know sort of follow the rules, it does what it's supposed to do. But if you break the rules, it'll break too.
Is the base stainless as well?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's all stainless. I think it's like 306 or 308. It's not 316.
Oh, little cute curly cues. It looks just like the ramen.
I was hungry. Yeah. So pre-polishing a little bit, and then I am the anvil.
That ramen belly is.
Oh.
Oh, look, it's the ball bearing test.
No. So like, the little ball never actually goes to the center, but you when you throw it in there, you'll see where it lands, and you'll be like, "That's not the center," and it'll help you find where the center really is because you know where it's not. Little stainless steel rivet, and yes, it held water or broth.
What kind of wax is that?
Oh, it's just a floor wax actually.
Why doesn't the wax get into your ramen after you've finished it?
Oh, I didn't wax the inside. I just waxed the outside. I
Okay,
cleaned the inside really good.
I hope so. You look really dirty here, too.
Well, it was like 9 o'clock at night by that point.
Ooh, and tea to go with the ramen.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, I might not have cleaned the inside of the bowl quite enough.
Ew.
Just,
Double ew. Oh.
just hadn't cooked enough. That's all.
Oh, it's so pretty now.
Yes, it is.